Good morning. Hi, my name is Oluseye, and I'm the host of Moms Achieving Purpose. We are a group of women, mothers, who believe that God has called us into this generation to raise an army for Him in our children. We believe so much that as mothers, God has given us a responsibility to parent our children, to raise them as arrows shot into the future of this generation. We believe that as mothers, we have a responsibility to nurture our children into mighty oaks for God. And as mothers, we also know that there's a calling of God upon our lives. We have a purpose that God has called us to the earth to fulfill. And we know that it's possible to have it all. We know that with God's strength, with God's wisdom, with God's strategy and structure and grace, we are able to be the mothers that God has called us to be and to also do whatever what God has put in our hands to do. This morning, I just wanted to share with you briefly something that God has been impressing upon my heart in the recent past, about a month ago. It was as if God was just trying to tell me that it's time to, go beyond the regular pursuit of God that I've been doing. And I also want to extend that to you all here as well, anybody listening to me this morning, that God is calling us to a place of active pursuit of Him, of His power, and of His presence. The truth of the matter is that God is available for us all the time. It's left to us to key into what God is doing, key into, meeting Him where He is. He's there. He's never left anyway. God is saying to us, I want you to actively pursue my presence. I want you to actively pursue me. Okay, so God is saying to me that beyond the regular, oh, I've prayed in the morning, I've prayed in the evening, and so I'm fine for the rest of the day. He's saying, I want you to actively pursue me, your every waking moment, in everything you're doing, wherever you are, whatever you're engrossed with. God is saying, I want you to actively pursue my presence, actively pursue me. God is saying to us that I want you to back to a place of constant fellowship with me. I mean, your whole day, not just in the morning or in the evening. I've just prayed for 30 minutes and I'm gone for the day. And so the rest of the day, I can forget about God. God is saying no. That means your every waking moment, I want to be part of your life. All right. So I want you to, leave that quiet time mindset alone and pursue me actively. And so God has been pressing upon my heart that something that we did before, like earlier in the year, we had the prayer course. And we had it for a period of time where we were praying together on a daily basis with the women and all that. After that period, the prayer course is still there. If you want to be part of it, I'll post the link after this video. But the prayer course is now like a standalone thing where anybody can just go there, do the course at their own time, in their own space, whatever suits their timing. That's what we've done after the initial time that we had it together, because I realized that it was easier for people, not to join in at a certain time and say, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know about it on time. But wherever they are, whatever time suits them, they can start. You can also start today, for instance, and do it over a period of 14 days, whatever suits you. You can pick your own timing and all that. Because I realized that a lot of us have neglected that place that God wants us to be, that place of prayer. That prayer course is get your group back in God. So I just want to encourage as many people who have not yet done the prayer course to do it. God is calling us back to a place of prayer, a place of active pursuit of His presence. And we can only do that in the place of prayer, fellowshipping with God. It's beyond just praying for 15 minutes or 30 minutes, and then just leaving it and all of that. God is saying no. Whatever it is that is stopping you, limiting your prayer, those things that say, oh, I'm so busy, I don't have time to pray. But the truth of the matter is that this is the time to even pray more than ever before. Yes, you're busy, but that is when you even need to pray more. Because I realize that for me, on a personal note, the busier I am, the more I need God. Because that's when it's easy for you to fall into the trap of the enemy and all that. So the more busy you are, the more time you need to spend praying. And it's not just about staying in one place praying, but actively, pursuing God at every point in time during your day. So if you're here to take the prayer course, I encourage you this morning please click the link that I'll post after this video. Take the prayer course. And I know that, people that have done the prayer course can testify to you things that have stopped you. What is that? What's that thing that is stopping you from actually actively pursuing God? You are going to be dealing with those things on the prayer course. If you go through the prayer course, you will know that indeed, if you do it and do the tasks faithfully and follow everything you're supposed to follow, you see that something will give. The things that have kept you bound, that have held you down from actually pursuing God and having a good and constant time of fellowship with God. You'll be dealing with those things that have held you bound. What are you going to do about those things? You find those answers if you actively, do what you're supposed to do for this prayer course. I want to encourage you, take the prayer course, actively pursue God. The truth is that the Bible says that without God we can do nothing. That is true. Without Him we are nobody. We can do nothing of our own power, of our own strength. We only rely on God to equip us for this journey ahead. So this morning, I want to encourage you to devote time to God, to His presence. And I know that even as you do that, the Lord will meet you halfway. He will meet you halfway. I just want to encourage you. Don't stop pursuing God. And have a blessed day. Bye for now.